Is debt a sin? If you ask an average Christian, they will say, no, we live in a modern world. Everyone has a car payment. Everyone has a mortgage. It's normal. But if you look at the Bible, normal is usually dangerous. There is a verse in Romans 13:8 that says, owe no one anything except to love one another. Some strict Christians take this to mean that borrowing money is a sin, just like stealing or lying. So, what is the truth? Will having a credit card send you to hell? Probably not. But will it make your life on earth feel like a living hell? Absolutely. Today, we aren't just asking if debt is a sin, we are asking a much scarier question. Is debt actually slavery? If you believe that God wants his people to be the head and not the tail, the lender and not the borrower, hit that like button right now. Let's signal to YouTube that we are a community that values freedom. Point 1. The slavery principle. Here is the hard truth no one tells you from the pulpit. Proverbs 22:7 gives us the definition of debt. The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. Notice the word. It doesn't say the borrower is a customer. It doesn't say the borrower is a partner. It says the borrower is a slave. When you are in debt, you lose your freedom to obey God fully. If God tells you tomorrow, quit your job and start a ministry, you have to say, I can't, Lord. I have to pay Visa. If God tells you, give $1,000 to that single mother, you have to say, I can't, Lord. The bank needs that money. You cannot serve two masters. If you owe the bank owns your Mondays, your Tuesdays, and your Wednesdays. You are working for them, not for your family. Debt might not be a moral sin like adultery, but it is a spiritual trap that limits your destiny. Point 2. The curse of interest. The second reason debt destroys Christians is compound interest. Albert Einstein called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. He said, he who understands it, earns it. He who doesn't, pays it. In the Bible, charging high interest, usury, to a brother was forbidden. Why? Because it eats away your future. When you invest, your money works for you. When you are in debt, your money works against you. Every month you pay interest on a credit card. You are literally throwing hours of your life into a fire. You worked hard for that money, and you are giving it away for nothing in return. That is not stewardship. That is robbery. You cannot build kingdom wealth if you are carrying a bucket full of holes. Point 3. The attack plan. So, how do you get out? You need a war strategy. You don't drift out of debt. You have to climb out. The Bible celebrates the gazelle in Proverbs 6. It says, free yourself like a gazelle from the hand of the hunter. Have you ever seen a gazelle run from a lion? It is intense. It is focused. It runs for its life. That is how you must treat your debt. 1. Stop borrowing today. Cut the cards. 2. Use the Snowball Method. List your debts from smallest to largest. 3. Attack the smallest one with every extra dollar you have until it is dead. Then, move to the next. Stop trying to look rich while you are actually drowning. It is better to drive a used Toyota and be free than to drive a Benz and be a slave. I want to know who is ready to cut the chains. If you are serious about getting out, go to the comments and type, I am breaking free. Make that public declaration today. Let's lock this in. Here is the summary. 1. Debt is slavery. It restricts your ability to obey God. 2. Interest is a curse. It destroys the fruit of your labor. 3. Run like a gazelle. You must attack debt aggressively, starting today. Now, to pay off debt fast, you need one thing: more income. You cannot save your way out of debt if your income is too low. You need to increase your value in the marketplace. If you missed my breakdown of the 3 habits that create wealth, click this video right here. It will teach you how to generate the cash you need to break the chains. See you there.